students. Uh, so now we see about what is Agile methodology. So what are the tools are available in Agile methodology. So everyone know about software engineering. Okay. So software engineering is nothing but before starting a particular work, we plan. Uh, we have a one plan. So when start, how many members are there, what are the software and the hardware you needed, how much duration it take, how much budget it want. So everything you want to decide before start to any work. Okay. So our area is developer software. This is our main core area. You can develop any app development, website, or particular services, everything. Okay, everything is based on your timeline, your plan. Okay, so this is the basics of software engineering. Before start a particular work, you have a perfect plan. Okay, this is the basics of software engineering. It have a step-by-step process. The first one is planning, second one designing. Based on the designing, requirement collection, then implementation, and then testing. So this is the basics of software engineering. Already everyone studied in unit 1, basics of software engineering. The advanced concept is a agile. Okay, advanced concept is a agile methodology. That's nothing but the software engineering missing the main component of the collaborations. So collaboration between the development team and the client. This is the main drawback of the software engineering. That is used for in basics level. Software engineering is only used in the basics level of system in system engineering. But in Agile, it always implemented in used in many various companies in real time. So now in 2024, not only in 2024, from the 20th century, we are using only the agile methodologies. It provides many tools based on your requirement, based on your team size, based on your projects. Okay, so agile is a main component for developing a particular software in the real time field. The one of the advantage is collaborations between the users and the development team. So based on the users feedback, you can update your plan repeatedly and regularly within the short time period. Okay, this is the short form of agile methodology. Now we go to see about one of the tool of agile methodology is Scrum. Now we see about what is Scrum, what is the advantage of Scrum, how can you implement your projects using Scrum. Okay, this is a simple introductions about Scrum. Scrum is nothing but it's a lightweight model. It has set of values, set of principles and the practices. Okay, so in all the values and the principles and the practice are derived from the agile methodology. Okay, so the Scrum values are fast feedback. It collect the feedback from the users, fast feedback. If you have some model, if you have some particular plan, you can send to your client. If the client give any feedback, you can implement the feedback immediately. That is known as a fast feedback. Implement the user feedback immediately in your projects. Then quicker innovations. Again, by using your feedback, you can implement one more model. So quicker innovations can be repeated. Then continuous improvement. So improve your work based on your feedback. Then rapid adaptation to change. You can accept the changes. You can accept the new environment, new techniques. Okay, rapid adaptation to changes. Then more delighted customers. So more flexible and more comfortable to your customers. This is the short cyclings of the Scrum. Okay, the Scrum is a model of Agile methodology. Agile is nothing but it's have a good collaboration between the development team and the user. It always working based on the user's feedback. Okay, the user's feedback collected during the development of the projects, not in end of the project. Okay, this is the basics of Agile. Okay, I have a one team that is known as a Scrum team. Okay, this is known as a Scrum team. In the team, we have only three powers. Okay, they have three persons. The first one is a product owner, so nothing but your client, your customer. Okay, this is known as a product owner. Second one is a Scrum masters, nothing but our nothing but your project manager. The name only is changed here, Scrum masters. Next one is a development team, that is a developers. So the Scrum team have a three persons. The first one is the product owner, Scrum masters and developers. Okay, so your product owner, that means your client, give the priorities they are needed. They can prioritize which function is very important, then which web pages come to first, what are the functions collect from users, when you want to show your result, so everything prioritized by your customers. Okay, based on your services. So next one, the Scrum have a three backlog. It's nothing but backlog is nothing but a set of or a set or list of work. Okay, the first one is a product backlog, sprint backlog, and a increment. The product backlog is nothing but it contains your project details. Okay, it's addressed to your projects. What are the features? What are the list of tasks? How can you enhancement each features in your projects? Okay, so it's never maintain physical document. Okay, one of the main applications of Agile is never depend on your physical document. It reduces the documentation to work. Okay, so only concentrate on your product. This is one of the advantage of Agile. Here product backlog nothing but based on your task, your functions. Okay, next one is sprint backlog is nothing but is a one of the part of the product backlog. It containing what are the team members, how many team members is there, what are the duration you needed to complete upcoming tasks, to complete your plan. Okay, it have only the other requirements regarding the projects. Then increment is nothing but within a time duration. How can you implement your project from 20% to 30%? What is your increment ratio? Okay, it's potentially how can you implement your product in result. Okay, this is the Scrum artifacts. This is nothing but Scrum's backlog. So before see the Scrum event, you can see the picture. Okay, this is a Scrum process. The first one, the product owner deliver the product backlog. Okay, so the product owner, you see the product owner deliver the product backlog. In the product backlog, he listed their work with priority. Okay, their work with priority with the timeline. So after that, the product backlogs go to Scrum Master. So the Scrum Master's work is it deliver a sprint. Okay, he deliver the sprint. Nothing but sprint is nothing but a planning. Okay, he divide the work into multiple small tasks. Okay, so each task take a minimum of 1 to 2 weeks. The maximum is 1 to 4 weeks. So I have divide my product backlog list into sub by sub. Okay, and provide particular timeline, particular team members. Okay, so within the timeline, my team complete the first sprint. Then I give review to my team product owner. Next one, shall I start the second work completed within the time duration within 1 to 2 weeks, and send the completed task 1 and 2 to my product owner. He reviewed and he give some feedback. Okay, so based on the feedback, I can complete the task again and send to the my customer. Okay, if the first two tasks is completed, then I go to third task, then combine, then fourth. Okay, so the user feedback is very important. Again and again, we collect our feedbacks based on your work. Okay, this is a basic process of Scrum process. Okay, after this, okay, after my particular work, lastly I completed my project, Then finally waiting for the release. The release also based on the users feedback. Okay, this is the Scrum projects review. So for completing this event, the Scrum have following setups. The first one is you first make the sprint, then sprint planning, then daily stand-up meeting, sprint review, sprint retrospective. Okay, so first you divide the task into multiple sprint. Okay, so after you planning, after your planning with your team members, you completed your task. Then you have maintained a daily stand-up meeting. So what are the challenges you faced? You discussed with your team members and the Scrum Master. Okay, based on the daily stand-up meeting commands, the commands are discussed with the customer, then reviewed. The commands are finally reviewed. Then you can check your progress report, your increment in your projects. Okay. This again tell the what are the roles and responsibility of product owner, scrum masters and the development team in this slide. It is not only for IT project. Then Scrum can be used for technical and non-technical, non-IT projects. Everyone can use this model. Okay, so the model have product owner, your customer, he deliver what are the need, what are the expectations. Okay, then Scrum Master develop a plan, develop a sprint, everything will be discussed with the product owner. The last development team try to implement the plan within the time period. Okay. Scrum event is already discussed. Planning, stand-up meeting, as a review, gather the feedback from the participations, and improve the future. Based on the feedback, you can improve your future festivals. Retrospective is actually, but you can reflect once you completed on particular projects in plan A na, you can again and again improvement plan A and then implement in any other project. You can implement your plan 1, version 2, version 3. You can adapt it to the new format. This is a Scrum event. Thank you students for your listening this video until end. Thank you.